The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Monday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
Who is tracking some rain, right?
It's been quite a while, Gary. It's been quite a while since we've seen some rain on the radar, but yes, we're seeing some potential rain today. And before we get to that, though, happy first day of fall, everybody. It's been a long time coming. Yes, I know summertime was, yes, it was beautiful, also very dry, but the case today, seeing our first chances of rainfall in quite a while. Now, the morning hours are going to be rather quiet, temperatures in the 50s. We do climb into the 70s by the afternoon with a few more clouds in the sky, and again, we're going to be dodging a few of those rain showers throughout the day. Radar right now showing, again, mainly quiet conditions. We zoom out here. Rainfall is starting to approach from and approaching low pressures. We're going to see that arrive throughout the day. What does it mean for rainfall chances? Well, a spotty shower in the late morning and early afternoon as we head in the evening and progress overnight. That's our best shot for rain, especially even as we head into tomorrow. Still, though, it's mainly quiet here in the Mohawk Valley and east. To our west, it's cloudy. We got some rain showers reported in Buffalo. So today, we climb into the mid-70s. We got that rainfall chance increasing throughout the day. We're going to track those chances, plus what might be our first shot in an unsettled week in quite a while. We'll track those chances for rainfall coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are following some breaking news this morning.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back, everybody. What a weekend it was. Lots of sun, gorgeous outdoor weather. If you guys had any outdoor events, hopefully you guys enjoyed it with that nice weather. This week might be looking a little different. We start out with a live view of some area roadway cameras, and you can see, of course, again, it is a dry start. Barely any fog for the most part. I'm looking right now at some of our data, and it doesn't really look too impressive in terms of fog. But the radar right now is dry. Behind me, we got some rain, at least in the near vicinity. It's not affecting us directly in the next couple of hours, but it's still close enough to us where we start to look at when it's going to arrive. Aside from that rainfall chance arriving later on in the day today, your traffic flow this morning, pretty green. Not a whole lot of activity going on at this hour. Now today, increasing clouds in the morning, mainly dry, a stray light shower, but much of the area does remain dry. As we head closer to the evening, those rain chances increase as that low pressure system moves in. And again, the best chance for rainfall will be after sunset tonight and overnight, and especially into early tomorrow. We're going to go into a deep dive in terms of the timing of rainfall chances throughout the week. The driest days, the wettest days, all that and more coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Clayville Fire Department helped.
Neurosurgery. Dr. Q cares about you. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Today we are tracking some pretty dry weather for the start of your first day of fall, but a frontal boundary moves in this afternoon, and that will usher in a pattern change, this time bringing a lot more chances for rainfall. Let's take a look outside this morning. Again, relatively quiet. Temperatures not too bad out there, 55 degrees, refreshing humidity. And throughout the day today, we're going to see that temperature climb quickly. We'll get to that here in a second. First, though, let's take a live look at the radar. Where is rainfall right now and where is it headed? For the most part, Mohawk Valley, you are dry right now. We zoom out. This rainfall out to our west will likely be impacting parts of Jefferson County near Watertown, portions of Lewis County heading toward Lowville. But besides that, there's no direct impact of rainfall for the next few hours here in central New York. Again, a lot of that activity is staying out to our northwest for the time being. Bigger picture shows low pressure finally moving in. That high pressure keeping us dry and quiet is starting to fall apart. So in the meantime, today, It's going to be a warmer than average start to fall, with temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 70s. Clouds increase, and so will those rain chances, especially again after sunset tonight. In the meantime, look at this for rainfall chances. When was the last time we saw this high of rain chance across a few days? Now, it's possible today. Again, not everyone sees a shower, but those rainfall, or at least the cells of rain chances begin to move in. Tomorrow, low pressure begins to move in, bringing widespread rainfall. Wednesday, that low pressure exits. It dries up a little bit, maybe some lingering drizzle, but then more rain arrives again on Thursday. So we have quite an active pattern of weather here, and we can see it here on the Skycast. A dry start today. Again, we head in the late morning, early afternoon. Clouds increase, and then as you approach the evening and overnight, those showers begin to move in, especially in the overnight. And then by Tuesday morning, you can see right here, widespread rain moving in. How much rainfall? We can take a look at our initial amounts right here. In some pockets of central New York, picking up over ½ an inch. It's not a heavy rain, but we don't want a heavy rain. We want steady, consistent rain to break this dry pattern. If you get heavy rain for a short amount of time, all it's going to do is just have all that water run off, and it's not going to positively impact our dry soil. Either way, you can see here just the weather pattern taking place in the next few days. Yes, it's remaining relatively mild, in fact warm, but you see a lot more rainfall icons compared to sunshine icons we saw last week. So yes, it's not completely dry. We're saying goodbye to all that widespread dry sunshine, but again, we do need the rain, and we have some more of those chances throughout the week.
Yeah, those lawns are definitely looking forward to that.
Oh,
rain.
yeah.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. If you've been waiting for rain, well, we might be getting some. Meteorologist Eric Gage with something rare on our radar, right?
Yeah, rainfall. That's been so rare here in central New York. Well, happy first day of autumn, or first day of fall, Gary. Happy first day of fall, all of you watching this morning. And the weather today shaping up a little differently than what we saw last week. So much sunshine, so much dry weather today. We see clouds increase. Yes, temperatures will be on the warmer side in the mid to upper 70s, but on the radar right now, we zoom out and we've got some rain chances, especially heading toward western New York and up toward Watertown, Jefferson County. That's the first area, not locally, but semi-locally, that could be seeing some rainfall in the early hours today. We're going to have to wait a few more hours to see any form of maybe a stray rain chance this afternoon. But either way, the temperatures across the area in the 50s. Clouds are slowly starting to increase. And still, those temperatures today will be climbing into the mid to upper 70s. Sunshine mixed in with clouds to start as we head throughout the afternoon. Now you can see here those rainfall icons, not really as prevalent, but still a stray shower can't be ruled out. A better shot for rain arrives overnight and especially tomorrow. But we're going to track those rain chances in detail over the next 4 days, which, spoiler alert, will be higher than we saw last week, coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. It's been 12 days since
The Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Monday, happy first day of fall here, and our photo of the day showcasing some fall foliage, and I am just looking forward to all of these submissions starting to come in for one of my favorite seasons of the year. And first off, here's a photo of in Moose River near Old Forge, taken by Patrick and the lone kayaker floating down Moose River with the vibrant fall colors out in the distance. Just a beautiful scene up in the Adirondacks, one of the best areas in the entire U.S. to view the fall foliage, so it's great that's in our backyards here. When it comes to foliage, again, we're looking at it from a perspective of we've got an earlier season of leaves changing, and on top of that, some of these leaves on the dull side, you know how dry it's been, and that's especially as you head farther south. But we're going to have more on that fall foliage throughout the week. For now, though, we're tracking rainfall. We have the details and timing of it for the next few days in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. NBC's The Voice returns.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
It's a dry start today after a very dry and sunny weekend, but the pattern does change in terms of rainfall for the next few days. Take a look at downtown Utica right now. Yes, it is still dry at this hour. Temperatures, it's 55 degrees, refreshing humidity out there. We have an east-southeast wind at 8 miles an hour to start your day today. The radar also looking dry initially. We are still looking at a few of those showers beginning to move into the Watertown, Jefferson County area. Currently raining in Oswego. And this could impact portions of Lewis County near Lowellville and the northern section of Tug Hill. So we're going to wait a few hours before we actually see any of this type of rain throughout the day today. And that's all due to the fact that we have this approaching frontal boundary. It's going to take a little bit before it finally pushes east. And when it comes to widespread rain, you can see here, there's that rainfall. Look at the timing here. Tomorrow morning, that's our best shot for seeing that widespread rain. So when it comes to conditions today, clouds increase. Don't count on a shower this afternoon. This evening and overnight, maybe those chances increase. But when it comes to rainfall potential, I'm still banking on the fact that tomorrow is our best shot for it as that low moves in. As we head into Wednesday, we got some lingering drizzle. Much of the energy producing this rainfall does end, but there will still be lingering moisture. So I have it as a low, but non-zero rain chance for the middle of the week. Another round of low pressure moves in on Thursday. That's how I increase it back to a likelihood chance again as we head into the end of the week. So you can see here, when was the last time we saw this high of rainfall chances over a 4-day stretch of weather? So here we are with definitely a significant pattern change here in the Mohawk Valley. So on our SkyCast, just gluing this all together here, you can see clouds will increase, maybe a stray shower, but as we head into the overnight, that's when those chances increase, and especially by tomorrow morning after around 7, 8 a.m., that widespread rain really begins to move in. On and off rain for much of the day, and that'll linger throughout the afternoon and into the evening. So when it comes to rainfall amounts, some spots, 1/10 of an inch, other spots, 1/2 an inch. And we don't want 1, 2 inches of rainfall over the span of a day. That'll cause runoff. It won't benefit the soil moisture content. You want steady rainfall. You want a pattern change, what you really want if you want to break a drought. And that's going to be the case for the next few days. Yes, there's not going to be very high rain chances, but as long as we get that lighter to moderate rainfall, it's going to be steadier. And if it hits every couple of days, that will positively impact our waterways, allowing a lot more water to soak into the soil. So we definitely need the rain, Gary. It's not always all sunshine and sunshine, but at least this week we have a better shot for beneficial rain.
Yeah, I like your fall colors, too.
Oh, thank you. I tried picking it out.
Welcome to fall. Eric, thanks. Well, in May...
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Monday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And say it isn't so.
I know. Rain.
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 Wow.
Last time I said we're going to have rainfall, the 4-letter word. My goodness, it's been quite a while. And on top of that, it arrives on our first day of fall,
Wow.
Gary. How about that? Say goodbye to summer. I know it was a sunny one, it was a warm one, but here we are. The seasons have changed. We're now into the first official day of fall. And the conditions today are going to be on the warmer side. We begin in the 50s this morning, and we climb into the 70s this afternoon, mid to upper 70s, nowhere near a cold autumn day. And on top of that, clouds increase. There's also rain chance increases throughout the day, too. Let's take a look at the radar here. So right now, at this hour, there is no rainfall expected for any portion of the Mohawk Valley, North Country, or Southern Valleys. But we zoom out a little bit. I do want to mention, though, the only exception would be Lewis County here, as rain is currently passing through Oswego, heading toward Watertown and Jefferson County, and toward Lowellville within the next say maybe 30 to 45 minutes. So as this begins to move its way north and east, we still have some more rain chances to our south. Now, this area of low pressure is slowly moving its way east, and it's not going to be a defined, here comes the rain at this time, and it's going to last for this long. They'll be sporadic and spotty, at least to start. But that will change, especially as we head into tomorrow. I'll have the details on that rainfall, though, the timing of it tomorrow coming up in a few minutes. But at least for now, quick preview of that forecast today. Temperatures peaking in the 70s, clouds increasing, and a stray shower possible. Will tomorrow be our only chance of rain? Well, maybe there could be a weeks-long worth of rainfall over the next few days. We'll track that coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are following some breaking news.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Monday morning, our first day of fall. Hope you all enjoyed our last weekend of summer, which I think you couldn't really beat that weather. It was downright gorgeous both Saturday and Sunday. Now today we begin with dry conditions. A look at some area roadways. Dry, even a nice shot of that sunrise from the Route 5 and Caroline Street intersection there in Herkimer. And we look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and yes, things are dry for now, but to our south and to our west is where we are tracking some rainfall slowly approaching. And we're not expecting a washout today by any means, but we'll talk about that rainfall potential coming up in a few minutes. At least for now, though, when it comes to impacts on your morning commute, you got no traffic to deal with, or at least no accidents to report this morning. And as you head out today, it's a dry start. Clouds will increase, so there will be still plenty of sunshine in the morning hours. By the afternoon, though, it's going to be mostly cloudy. A stray shower can't be ruled out, but there's a better shot for rain, especially tonight and in our near future. We're going to break down which days are the best shot for rain and which days will be drier coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Clayville Fire
Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Happy Monday, happy first day of fall, everybody. And today we begin with dry weather. Rain chances, though, move in as a pattern change has arrived. We take a look at downtown Utica. Still what seems like a relatively quiet morning again, or at least a relatively quiet day, with temperatures starting out in the 50s, clear skies, refreshing humidity, east-southeast wind of 6 miles per hour. The radar, though, tells a different story. When was the last time we saw some of these splotches of greens and yellow on our radar? It's been a while, but here we are today. We'll look at the rainfall currently taking place right now. It is moving into Jefferson County, and it's currently in Oswego County, eventually approaching the northern half of Lewis County within the next 30 to 25 minutes. So Lowville is about to get a brief shower. But to the south, there's more rainfall arriving. It's going to take a while, but again, we're going to expect some isolated rain chances later on this afternoon here in the Mohawk Valley. Bigger picture shows high pressure is finally starting to weaken. It's been pretty strong for the past week, week and a half, even beyond that. And along with it, too, that low pressure guides in some sustained rain, especially as we head into tomorrow. So when it comes to rainfall today, don't expect a washout. Expect clouds to increase. Yes, a stray shower is possible, but it's the outlier, not the basic the rule today. So temperatures in the upper 70s this afternoon, mainly dry. Tomorrow, though, is our better shot for widespread rain. And then as we head into Wednesday, the forcing mechanisms that produce that rainfall, they weaken a little bit, but the moisture will still be present. So we're thinking maybe some lingering drizzle Wednesday. But then as we head to Thursday, the forcing returns, another area of low pressure arrives, and that'll produce our next shot of widespread rain. So let's piece it all together here in our Skycast. So today, clouds increase. Yes, you see some green icons here. I don't expect a whole lot of rainfall throughout the day during the daytime hours today. But we head into the evening, 6, 7 p.m. Then we're going to see a chance of a stray shower, especially overnight. And then tomorrow morning, that's when we really start to see that widespread rain move in throughout Tuesday afternoon and into Tuesday evening. So when it comes to amount of rain, we're seeing some spots 1/10 of an inch, other spots maybe 1/2 an inch. And we don't want heavy rain. We don't want 2 inches or more of heavy rain because that does not benefit a drought at all. All that water just runs right off. We need consistent, steady, light to moderate rain to really break this dry pattern. And we might have a case here for the next few days. I don't think it's drought breaking, but it's definitely going to help our water supply a little bit, especially with some pockets seeing some of that beneficial rain. Either way, we head into next weekend. It does dry up a little bit, but for the time being, this weather pattern for right now shows rain chances for the next couple of days. We'll be right back.
Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. Get ready for some rain. That's right. Meteorologist Eric Gage tracking some rain for us. And Eric, when are we talking?
We're talking over the next few days. I mean, even this evening and tonight, we got some rain moving in just in time for the first day of fall. Happy first day of fall to Gary and all you watching this morning. We begin today with a dry start. There's no rain expected early today. But as we head throughout the afternoon, clouds will increase. Temperatures also increase pretty considerably into the upper 70s. So it's not going to feel very fall-like today. That summer-like feel is still going to be present in the air this afternoon. But again, the clouds, the rain chances, all that begins to move in, especially as we approach the late evening and overnight hours. We look at the radar right now. Yes, it's dry here locally to our north and west. We got that rainfall moving in. Again, Lowville in Lewis County, you're expecting to see some rainfall momentarily. It's currently heading through Watertown right now, but although things are dry here to our south and west, this is our next shot of rain as it moves its way up north and east. So conditions this morning in the 50s, not too cold of a start, but as we head throughout the afternoon, those temperatures will continue to climb again into the mid to upper 70s. Clouds, mostly cloudy skies today. And again, we're going to talk about that rain chance, not only for today, but also a better shot over a couple more days this week. We'll time it out. We'll talk about how much rain, all that, in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. It's been 12 days now.
News Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back, everybody, to News Channel 2 at sunrise on our first day of fall. And it's, again, one of my favorite times of the year because our photos that get submitted to us, just spectacular. And we begin with our first fall foliage photo this week of the Moose River foliage in Old Forge. And look at this shot right here, sent in by Patrick, of the vibrant colors and a lone paddler right there on Moose River. And again, it's just great that we have, in my opinion, the best place in the U.S. to view fall foliage right here in our backyard. We have the Adirondacks, just a drive away. How many areas in the U.S. do you have that opportunity? So, again, amazing photo sent in by Patrick. If you have a photo of fall foliage in your neck of the woods you'd like to share with us, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Not only will you, of course, receive credit, obviously, you get to showcase the beauty of your neck of the woods, but also it helps with the accuracy of our fall foliage report. So anything you guys send can also help us fine-tune our foliage reports every single day. And again, a big thank you to all of you who keep sending in photos. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. NBC's The Voice returns.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Got some sunshine to start your day today after what has been a beautiful last weekend of summer. Happy fall, everybody. Now, today it starts out dry, but we're going to start to see a few rain chances as we head throughout not only this evening, but for the next several days. So, live view outside, it's sunny out, temperature sitting at 53 degrees with refreshing humidity and an east-southeast wind of 6 miles per hour. Radar right now is dry. We zoom out. Hear that rainfall moving in, and again, it's going to impact Lowville momentarily. It's currently raining in Watertown, and for the most part, all that rainfall is generally staying north, maybe eclipsing the very corner here of Herkimer County. But either way, as we head throughout the day, this rainfall will begin to arrive from the southwest and produce maybe a stray shower here and there. And our high pressure system, the pattern that brought us all that sunshine last week, is falling apart. A new pattern moves in. Low pressure, which means the air is lifting. Anytime it lifts, air near the surface can condense and then form eventual rainfall. And that's the case especially tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon. See all that green there? That's that widespread rain arriving from that low pressure. So today, it's sunny, maybe a stray shower, otherwise increasing clouds, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. As we look ahead throughout the week, I mean, when was the last time we saw a rainfall outlook like this? Widespread rain moves in Tuesday. Now, on Wednesday, the low pressure exits, but there will still be lingering moisture. So I'm thinking maybe some light drizzle potentially Wednesday with some lingering clouds. But a secondary low arrives on Thursday, so that forcing returns and rain turns widespread again to wrap up the next 4 days. So let's piece it all together here in the Skycast. Initially today, sunshine. As we head throughout the late morning, clouds increase. Yes, there could be a stray shower in the early afternoon, but it wouldn't last too long. Overnight is a better shot for rainfall, especially as we head into tomorrow morning. Look at this right here. Beyond 8 a.m., all that widespread rain moving in. And it's going to be on and off, but for the most part, relatively steady for a lot of the area. And that'll continue into the evening, drying up a little bit overnight. With the amount of rain we're expecting, we're not looking at a whole lot, 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch for a lot of the area, which is what we want. We don't want 2 inches, 1 inch of rainfall. That would cause runoff. It won't benefit our dry soil. You need a pattern change, which is like what we're seeing for the next few days. It's not heavy rain, but it's beneficial rain. And we're going to see that chance again on Tuesday, on Thursday, lingering into early parts of Friday for now. But those temperatures not really cooling down a little bit as we head into our first full week of fall. It's still going to be in the 70s, upper 60s. Temperature not too bad, so not a cold September rain, more of a warm to mild September rain.
Yeah, it's a trend that's continuing.
Yep.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. Well, in Major League Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, quite a change in the radar today from the past 2 months.
It's been so quiet, and now we're finally seeing some rain beginning to arrive. But first, so we take a look outside. Although we have rain in the radar, it's not really arriving just yet. We still have some faded sunshine out there. Temperatures in the 70s, slowly starting to climb. Again, this is a first day of fall. Not quite appearing to be like a fall day out there, but again, the radar showing quiet conditions here locally to our south and west. We got some showers trying to approach. Now, there are some thunderstorms firing up in Canada, heading toward Erie, Pennsylvania, in portions of western New York. For now, we're not expecting a whole lot in terms of any convective activity or thunderstorms, but a couple of these showers could strengthen to a downpour moving its way in. Much of the area, if they do see a rain shower, will be in the form of light to moderate rain. In the meantime, temperatures slowly climbing. 71 degrees in Rome, 71 as well in Saranac Lake, and 68 degrees in Hamilton. And throughout the remainder of the afternoon, we're going to see those temperatures remain in the mid-70s. It's going to cool down tonight a little bit, but you can see here those rain chances really begin to increase overnight, and especially by tomorrow. I know this seems far-fetched, but we could have a pretty decent rainy day tomorrow. We're going to track those showers, plus how much we could see, and if there's any more rain chances throughout the remainder of the week in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brand new this noon.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy first day of fall. Summer has just flown by, and today might actually not even feel like fall with how warm it's going to be, and Despite that, still not raining out just yet. Downtown Utica, live view outside. You got some hazy blue skies out there and approaching low pressure, so it's driving that cloud cover into our area today. Muggy conditions, dew point 56. Mostly cloudy, temperature 71 degrees at Griffiths and Rome. And we look at the bigger picture here. We have that low pressure slowly moving its way east. We're not directly impacted by this band of rain just yet, but as we head into tonight and especially tomorrow, this section of rainfall right here near Cincinnati is going to shift its way into central New York. So that's when our best shot for rain is going to be. In fact, if I time it right here, you can see the arrival heading into the overnight and especially early to, I should say late morning and early afternoon tomorrow. It does decrease in rainfall coverage a little bit Tuesday night into Wednesday, but at least for the short term, as you can see here, warm, cooling down a little bit, rain chances increase as we head into the evening hours. 55% chance around 9 p.m., which percentages, as a bit of a backstory here, basically mean percent chance of, it's not the coverage, just the actual chance of it. And it's more so what's the percentage that a drop of rain is going to fall right over you at any given point throughout the afternoon. And that's the case here. So about a little over half. But again, as we head into tomorrow, a lot higher of a chance, especially in the late morning, early afternoon. As we head into Wednesday, the forcing mechanism, that low pressure exits. We still have lingering moisture, but there's no forcing, so maybe a light drizzle Wednesday mixed in with clouds. Another round of low pressure provides that forcing again on Thursday, and that's our next shot for rainfall. So, I mean, when was the last time you saw a rainfall look like this here in central New York? It's been quite a while. So we pieced it all together here in the Skycast, and we have sunshine, at least initially today. Clouds move in, maybe a stray shower. As we approach the evening and overnight, this is again our best shot for rainfall, at least initially. You have a few scattered showers overnight. By tomorrow morning, here comes that rainfall. And again, I can't rule out a few downpours, but most of us will see maybe a passing shower mixed in with a few clouds. So expect a generally unsettled day tomorrow. Temperatures upper 60s, low 70s. And then following that, it still remains rather damp in the evening and overnight and throughout Wednesday. So it's going to be a bit of a unsettled stretch of weather here. And when it comes to rainfall totals, here's what I mean when I talk about locations picking up 1/10 of an inch, 1/2 an inch. Maybe some spots closer to an inch. All depends on where those downpours take place. What we want here is not heavy rain. If we get it, I mean, sure, we'll take the rainfall, but most importantly, in a situation like this with how dry everything is, you need sustained light rain. If you get that heavy rain only for a short amount of time, all it's going to do is run off. So if you see rain clouds approaching, just hope it arrives a bit on the lighter side, allowing that soil to really soak in all that moisture. Because again, a lot of area creeks and streams still very, very low, almost near historic lows right now. So we do need the rain, Gary.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this 7-day forecast is not all sunshine, but I think a lot of us may be looking at this forecast thinking, maybe it's not too bad.
Yeah, you can see those lawns just waiting for
Oh, yeah. Waiting for a soaking rain.
Eric, thanks. Well, Sunday in Arizona. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, those leaves are starting to come down.
Yeah, leaves starting to fall, and we're officially now, actually not quite officially in the fall season. We have to wait a couple hours here. But still, it is technically the first day of fall, but the actual autumnal equinox takes place in about maybe 2 hours, hour and a half. The timing right here is 2:19. So my on-the-fly math is not as good as I expected to be. But either way, here is a view from outer space. This is the GOES satellite, which is geostationary. It's pretty interesting how this satellite works. It's launched into space, and it's put out and accelerated to this exact speed where it basically doesn't move at all. It takes photos like this every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes of the Earth. It doesn't move at all, which is interesting. The fact that the Earth rotates and it also revolves around the sun. Throughout all that, camera stays still. So it's really cool seeing this right here. By the way, this is the only day of the year where we have roughly 12 hours of daylight from every single point around the world. Again, as you head toward winter time, we get less and less. The southern hemisphere gets more and more. Still, it's a pretty nice fall day out there. Live look at downtown Utica. So far, plenty of sunshine. But we do have rainfall on our doorstep. We're going to continue to track this. Maybe a stray shower this afternoon, but the best shot for rainfall is going to be arriving as we approach tonight. Still, though, we're in the 70s and 60s, comfortable temperatures out there. And again, tonight, rain chances increase. Our best shot for rain will arrive tomorrow and even later on in the week. So quite a different pattern change compared to last week. But we do have the details, timing, amount of rain, all that and more in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A wild animal.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. On this first day of fall, it's feeling still a little bit like summertime. We're already in the 70s. It's not feeling cold by any means. Downtown Utica, take a live view outside. We have blue skies. We have some faded sunshine out there for the most part, though. A pretty quiet day so far. Slightly muggy, low 70s. East-southeast wind 9 miles an hour. Really nothing notable currently taking place. To our south and west, however, we have some rainfall chances beginning to arrive. And for the most part, the air is dry enough and the forcing is weak enough. We're not expecting a whole lot in terms of rainfall activity during the daytime hours today. But that does change as we approach the evening and overnight. See this blob of rain right here near Cincinnati? That is going to arrive tomorrow. Mainly late tomorrow morning and into the early afternoon. In fact, we can actually see it right here. Moving in, rough timing, late morning, early afternoon. You can see that begin to decrease rainfall rate-wise as we head into Tuesday night. And we'll get to that here in a second. But first, at least the short-term forecast, here's those temperatures cooling down into the mid-60s by the evening tonight. Rainfall chances, you can see here, increasing to around 54-55%. And a reminder when it comes to rainfall chances, the percentage means what's the percent chance that a drop of rain is going to fall right on your head at any given point. And when it's 50%, it means that you have a half chance of seeing a rain shower. So, majority of the area is going to be dry, but a stray shower can't be ruled out. That's a different story, especially for tomorrow, though. Widespread rain moves in, low pressure exits, the forcing of that system ends. There's still some lingering moisture, so there's a low chance on Wednesday, but then that rainfall does return again as we head into Thursday as another area of low pressure moves in. So tying it all together here in the Skycast, we can see that rainfall chance moving in. Again, not a whole lot in terms of rain today. By tonight, a passing shower. Tomorrow morning, we're going to monitor maybe a few areas of downpours, but for the most part, expect just on and off light to moderate rainfall. There will be some pockets of dry weather here and there, but overall, it's a generally unsettled day, a beneficial day where we finally see some much needed rainfall moving into our area. So when it comes to amount of rain, as you can see here, some spots seeing more than others, and personally, in fact, just statistically, you want to see not heavy, you want to see steady, consistent light rain, even moderate rain too. That helps with the soil, moisture content in the soil. You get heavy rain, all that water does is just run right off the soil, the topsoil, and does not actually contribute to replenishing the dry stage we are at currently in central New York. So, we see a pattern like this, it's good news. It's not a drought buster here by any means, but at this point, if we get any sort of rainfall, that is a huge plus because you just need to slowly erode that drought. It's not a sudden you get a good heavy rainfall and it goes away. You need a consistent pattern shift, and for now, I mean, the next few days showing some rainfall chances, not steady rain the next 4 days straight, but it's enough to kind of replenish a little bit of that dry soil. So it's not wall-to-wall sunshine, but I think a lot of us desperately want it.
It's all beneficial.
Yep, beneficial rain,
Beneficial rain. Eric, thanks. Well, 54...
Meteorologist Bill Cardes, rain?
I know.
Rain?
Boy, do we really need it. Yeah. It's been so dry. It's been almost more than 2 weeks since we've had any substantial rainfall. And here it comes, working in from the west. This is going to be the beginning of a wet weather pattern. I know it's hard to believe, but we do have several chances for rain beginning this evening. We're also tracking some thunder with this. In fact, 4 lightning strikes detected in the past half hour, so we'll keep an eye on that. This will be moving in within about the next 1 to 2 hours here in central New York. So again, this will be just the beginning of it. More rain is expected tomorrow. 75 degrees, the current temperature. Dew point up to 60, so the humidity is starting to increase. But again, we definitely could use the rain. We'll have some showers around tonight. More of a steadier rain tomorrow. More widespread rain looks to arrive on Thursday. We're going to take a look at how much rain total is in the forecast here throughout the week coming up. Showers this evening. Again, a rumble of thunder is possible. We're tracking, again, this wet weather. Look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We have some much needed rainfall on the way. We definitely could use it. It's been weeks since we've had any significant rainfall, and we are way behind. We'll talk about the statistics in just a second. It's live look in downtown Utica. The skies have clouded up after a sunny start to the day. The weather is going to change this evening. We do have a round of rain moving in from the west. There are a few rumbles of thunder with this. 2 lightning strikes detected along this line. I don't expect the thunder portion to really survive the trip heading east, but I can't rule it out. This is primarily going to bring some showers to the region this evening, and again, an occasional downpour. This is about 1 to 2 hours away. And again, it is a line, which means the majority of us will see some rain as this moves in. And like mentioned, we could definitely use it. It's been exceptionally dry here in central New York for the past several weeks. This is the water level at Hinckley Reservoir, way, way down. This picture from Rosemary Caruso. A lot of the lakes and reservoirs across central New York are exceptionally down. And again, it has to do with how far behind we are in rainfall. In fact, since July 1st, we've been running less than half of what's typical in terms of rainfall. 4.75 inches has fallen at Griffiths and Rome since July 1st. Average is 10.5 inches. So we've run a rainfall deficit of about 6 inches, and it's been exceptionally dry. The last 2 weeks, we haven't had a drop of rain. And again, with this weather pattern changing, we do have some hope that things are going to change. But this is a drought for sure. This long-term dry weather that we've been having here, again, really beginning in July. As we look ahead, there are some signs that the weather is going to change. Cloud showers approach from the west. A stalled front will move into central New York tomorrow, and it brings along with it many chances for rain. And it begins tonight, some scattered showers. Temperatures will drop into the 60s overnight. On Tuesday, clouds will linger around, and there will be some light rain. Temperatures climb to near 70 degrees. Showers will continue into tomorrow evening, and then things will start to quiet down heading into tomorrow night. Rainfall totals tomorrow about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, so it's not going to be enough to make a huge difference, but again, every bit helps. We'll have another round of rain on Thursday. Showers tonight, low of 62. Tomorrow, rain is expected. Temperatures climb into the low 70s. The steadiest rain looks to be late morning into early afternoon. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy skies on Wednesday, 74. Another round of rain is expected Thursday, 72. Showers Friday. And then we dry out, and the weather looks pretty nice heading into the weekend. Temperatures look to climb into the 70s. And believe it or not, that is a lot warmer than what is typical for late September. Usually we're into the mid 60s and at the end of the month, but looks like this warmer weather is going to kind of hold on.
All right, Bill, thank you.
2024 Curtis.
We can actually see this drought that we've been experiencing here in central New York from outer space. This is Lake Delta, and this is the change in water level over the past several weeks. From the top left-hand side, that was taken over the summer, to the bottom right-hand side. You can notice there's a lot more land showing up, especially in the center of that image. The water level is down feet. And this is just one example of many low water levels across central New York. We definitely need the rain. We will start to see some rain tomorrow, Actually, as early as this evening, as our next weather system approaches from the west. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few showers will be arriving this evening, and more of a steadier rain takes place tomorrow. And again, we're running behind by about 6 inches of rainfall since July 1st. Temperatures will be on the warmer side despite the rain. We'll be in the 70s here over the next several days. If you're taking the dog out for a walk this evening, again, keep the umbrella handy, and we expect to see rain here over the next hour or two. Temperatures will drop into the lower 70s. Tonight's featured Dogs, Ping, and Snuggles. And if you want to be part of this, head to Skycast, WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. If you made a donation as part of Mohawk Valley Game.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. It looks like our dry streak will finally come to an end as we head into tonight. We've got some rain on the way. Live look in Oneonta, 72 degrees. The current temperature, faded sunshine. The clouds are going to be thickening up as we head into this evening. You can notice some fall colors here. Still a few weeks away from peak color. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We do have some rain knocking on our doorstep. We've been noticing a few lightning strikes detected with this line to the west. I think that's going to be the exception rather than the rule. This should bring us a round of rain this evening, and it arrives within the hour. It's fairly widespread, and it'll last about a half an hour before things quiet down. This is just the beginning. We're expecting unsettled weather with some much-needed rainfall as we head into the next couple of days. A reminder, our days continue to get shorter as we officially kick off fall today. Our sunset is 6:57. Over the next couple of weeks, it gets earlier and earlier. By a month from now, the sunset approaches 6 o'clock, and then 2 months from now, as we switch over to standard time, our sunset will be 4:31. So just something to keep in mind as the days are still pretty mild this time of the year. If you want to get out and enjoy it, you're running out of daylight closer to 7 o'clock these days. Mike in New Hartford, 75 degrees. Barneveld, 71. Heading to the east, Middleville, 73. Jeff and Mohawk, 76. Across Southern Valley, Stewart and Cooperstown. Happy birthday to Stewart. He's checking in with 71. Scattered showers, again, approaching from the west. This is the beginning. We've got a stalled front that will be setting up across central New York, and it'll bring some rain chances here over the next couple of days. Tonight, scattered showers. Overnight lows drop down into the 60s. Tomorrow, widespread light rain is expected, especially during the late morning to early afternoon. Temperatures will be near 70 degrees. Showers continue into tomorrow night, then they come to an end. We're looking at a cloudy day on Wednesday before rain returns Thursday. Rainfall expected tonight and tomorrow. Looks to be about a quarter to a half an inch. It's not a lot of rain, but again, anything helps. It's been exceptionally dry. We do get another round of rain on Thursday, and if we add that to what falls tomorrow, we could be talking about totals close to an inch of rain throughout the course of this week, which again will help. Our rainfall deficit, by the way, is 6 inches, so getting an inch of rain is a step in the right direction, but it is not going to be enough to bust the drought. Showers tonight, low of 62. Tomorrow, rain is expected, temperatures near 70. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The next round of rain arrives Thursday. It's expected to be widespread. Highs in the low 70s. Showers Friday, 73. We do dry out over the weekend. Temperatures look warmer than average for this time of the year. We'll be in the low to mid 70s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We'll be right back.
Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
After 2 weeks without any rainfall, we have the chance of seeing it as we head into this evening, and a better chance tomorrow. We're taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few light showers are approaching from the west. This is not expected to be heavy, but again, it will be arriving here within the hour. Temperature-wise, we're in the 70s, 75 degrees. It will remain above average here over the next several days. Typically, we're in the upper 60s this time of the year, but we'll be in the 70s. Cloudy with showers tonight, as more of a steadier rain tomorrow afternoon. Another chance of much-needed rainfall is expected on Thursday, and that also looks to be widespread. Showers this evening, temperatures will be in the upper 60s to low 70s. Again, we're tracking a pretty active week of weather ahead. We're going to look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
MVCC broke ground.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're going to see some much-needed rainfall over the next couple of days after a very, very dry stretch of weather here this month of September. Live looking downtown Utica, we start out with some sunshine, but the clouds are back. We are tracking a few showers moving in from the west. Not going to be steady or heavy, but we will see a few sprinkles as this leading edge of our next weather system approaches. Again, this is fairly light. It was producing some thunder earlier, but that has gone away. We look to the west rather, and we can see more rain heading in our direction. So this is going to be tomorrow's weather. And boy, we sure can use it. The water levels are way down. This is a picture of Hinckley Reservoir from Rosemary Caruso. Many of our reservoirs are down by feet, and we've been running a significant departure in terms of rainfall since July 1st. We look at the numbers here, and it's pretty clear we're in a drought. Since July 1st, only 4.75 inches of rainfall. Average is over 10.5 inches. So we're running a deficit that's close to 6 inches of rain. And you look at the stats in September, we haven't had rain in 15 days. So it's pretty significant, and it's going to take more than just one or two events to overcome this. But again, any rainfall will be a step in the right direction. We do have some on the way. Whitesboro, 75 degrees. Barneveld, 71. Gray, 73. Bill and Old Forge, 68. Stewart and Cooperstown, 71. Worcester with 73. Scattered showers to the west. A low pressure is going to be moving in, and it's going to stall in our region tomorrow, and that will bring us some beneficial rainfall. It's not going to be heavy, but it does look to be widespread. A few showers here tonight. Temperatures drop into the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, clouds, showers. The rain is light, but it is widespread, and it's most persistent in the late morning to early afternoon. The showers do come to an end tomorrow night. It looks cloudy Wednesday, and then another round of rain is expected on Thursday. This round of rain tomorrow produces a quarter to a half an inch of rainfall, which again, it's not a lot, but it is a step in the right direction. The next round of rain arrives Thursday, and if we add that together, we could be talking about close to an inch of rainfall throughout the course of this week. So that will definitely help if that works, if that comes together. But again, it's not going to be enough to erase a very dry stretch of weather that we've been having here over the past several weeks. Showers tonight, low of 62. Tomorrow, rain, temperatures in the low 70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy Wednesday, 74. Widespread rain Thursday, 72. A few lingering showers into Friday. The weather looks dry over the weekend and warm. You know, we don't think of 70s as warm, but for late September, it actually is. We're usually in the 60s by now.
Oh, all right.
Thank you,
Well,
Bill. Still looking out for a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. There hasn't been a lot of standing water for mosquitoes
I know,
this time of
yeah.
year lately. Last couple of weeks, it's been nothing.
I haven't seen very many of them. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember years past, it'd be swarms, but
Yeah.
the low water levels are incredible.
This is unbelievable that
Yeah,
we're seeing
it's
this.
like a different world. This is Delta Lake. This was taken by Nick Sargent, and this should be completely filled with water. I mean, there should be, it's at least 10 feet down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's unbelievable.
the very dry weather obviously is to blame, and we are talking about some significant rainfall is what we need to overcome this deficit. We're running behind by about 6 inches. We'll look at the numbers coming up in a little bit, but let's talk about our rain chances ahead. We do have a few sprinkles out there this evening. We really haven't seen a lot, but there are a few very light showers. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. More rain is on the way as we get into tomorrow. Current temperature 69 degrees. We're looking at temperatures in the low 70s here throughout the rest of the week. But again, we will be getting some much needed rainfall as we head into tomorrow. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the low 60s. Good one to keep the windows open. House should be pretty comfortable tomorrow morning. We are tracking some light rain tomorrow as well as Thursday. We're going to look at the rainfall totals, how much we can expect, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. 10 Marcy.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. Things look pretty quiet out there tonight. Had a few sprinkles moved in from the west. Didn't really produce much. But this is the beginning of low pressure that will be bringing more of a widespread rain and a much needed rain as we head into tomorrow. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And again, just a little bit of activity out there tonight, mainly to our west. We are tracking low pressure. This is going to be arriving overnight. It'll bring us some light showers. There's even a few lightning strikes with this too, but I think that's going to be something that will be few and far between. We've had such dry weather here. In fact, we look at the numbers, and it's pretty astounding. Since July 1st, they're running a rainfall deficit close to 6 inches. Again, this is for Griffis and Rome. It's been 15 days without a drop of rain, and I think that streak is going to come to an end as we head into tomorrow. Again, low pressure moves in from the west. This will bring us widespread rain heading into tomorrow. It's not a heavy soaker. We really could use a heavy soaker, but anything is better than nothing. And again, this is going to be moving through as we head into tomorrow. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. Showers overnight. Temperatures drop down into the low 60s. Tomorrow, showers around in the morning. The rain continues into the afternoon. It's widespread, it's steady, but it's generally light. High temperatures will be near 70 degrees. Showers exit heading into tomorrow night, and we'll get a chance to dry out on Wednesday. Lingering clouds, temperatures Wednesday afternoon close to 70. The next round of rain will be arriving on Thursday. First round here tomorrow produces a quarter to a half an inch of rain, so widespread, not heavy, but steady, and we'll be picking up additional rain on Thursday, putting totals close to an inch as we head into the end of the week. Showers tonight, low of 62. Tomorrow, rain, temperatures near 70. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A Wednesday looking mostly cloudy, 74. Widespread rain Thursday, 72. Showers Friday, 73. The weather does dry out as we get into the weekend. We'll see a return to sunshine. Temperatures back into the low to mid 70s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We'll be right back.
First look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. We are in such a bad drought right now, and this is unbelievable pictures from Delta Lake today.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like a different world. I mean, this should be all filled in with water here. This picture from Nick Sargent, taken very recently. Yeah. Water levels down feet. And we'll talk about the statistics here with local rainfall. It's been a prolonged drought, and we certainly could use the rain. We do have some rain in the forecast here, and it begins tonight. Just a couple of showers out there. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperatures are pretty warm for this time of night. 69 degrees, mostly cloudy. Temperatures are going to remain mild as we head into tonight. We'll be in the 70s here throughout the week. But again, we are tracking a few chances for rain. One of them is tomorrow, and the next one's on Thursday. The rain looks to be widespread and generally light here over the next couple of days. Tonight, overnight lows drop into the low 60s. Again, tracking a couple of showers out there, more of a steadier rain during the late morning or early afternoon. We're tracking how much is expected overall. Look at the forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. It's been an incredibly dry stretch of weather for the past 2 weeks, but we are finally tracking some rainfall as we head into tonight and tomorrow. In fact, let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is a thunderstorm just south of Oswego. This is moving to the north and east, so that will miss us, but there will be more opportunities to see more rain as we head into tonight. In fact, all of this is slowly heading to the east, and this will be a rain as we head into tomorrow. We definitely need it. It has been exceptionally dry. Since July 1st, just under 5 inches of rain has fallen at Griffis and Rome. The average for this time period is over 10 inches, which means we're running behind by over almost 6 inches of rain. That is very significant. We've had 15 days in a row without any measurable rainfall. So the streak will break tomorrow, and we're going to take a step in the right direction, but it is going to take a while. It's going to take many rainfall events in order to overcome this rainfall departure. Again, definitely looking at dry conditions out there. Things are going to change. Again, low pressure moving in. This is going to be our weather for tomorrow. Scattered showers here tonight, overnight lows in the low 60s. Tomorrow, clouds, showers. The steadiest rain looks to be during the late morning to early afternoon. There could be a few rumbles of thunder involved here too, but that should be the exception rather than the rule. Temperatures will be close to 70. The showers move to the east tomorrow night. We do get a chance to dry out heading into Wednesday. There will be another round of rain on Thursday. This rain that moves through tonight and tomorrow looks to produce a quarter to a half an inch of rainfall. On Thursday, an additional round of rain will produce a total of about an inch of rain. So we add up tomorrow, we add up Thursday. Could be talking about an inch of rain region-wide, which would be a good step in the right direction here. Not enough to overcome the drought, but certainly enough to alleviate it, at least somewhat. Showers tonight, low of 62. A steady rain tomorrow, temperatures near 70. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Wednesday looks dry, but it's cloudy, and it's still pretty dreary. Temperatures in the mid-70s. On Thursday, our next round of rain moves in. It looks to be widespread. Temperatures in the low 70s. Showers Friday, 73. And then we'll get a chance to dry out as we head into the weekend with a return to sunshine. Temperatures in the mid-70s. We'll be right back.